Okay. Um, Again, we're given questions over here. You're given an opportunity to look at these questions and make some attempt to solve them. And my claim over here is, I work through these problems. I try to write them up and create videos for you. But, I wouldn't, necessarily, there's nothing wrong with this, but if you have to go to the video before thinking about it, I don't think that's a good idea, by the way. I think you should think about the problem. You're going to get stuck, by the way. Everyone does. And then you might say, could you give me a little hint? You might watch a little bit of the video, by the way, or a little bit of the notes, and then say, oh, I'll give it another try, by the way. I see what you're saying. Let me try this instead. Right? But it isn't so much that, I can't do anything. I'm just going to read your solutions and just trust you on it. No, the point of this is to learn, by the way. And we basically learn by looking at what other people are doing. And of course, we might be able to improve upon that. And that's something that you want to be looking for, improving upon it. This one over here, the conscientious question, historically these were asked a lot, by the way. You don't see them too often anymore, by the way. How many digits are there? Blah, blah, blah. Three, again, I have some remote recollection of me doing this problem, and I found it to be quite difficult to do, by the way. And I think some of the reasons I found it quite difficult to do it, I found some, a tendency, at least I have a tendency when I'm writing things down by hand, to make mistakes in the copy. All right, and I did, and things weren't working out. And I just have to keep going back and where did I make a mistake? Start again, blah blah blah. Number four, again, they're giving me a hint. They're saying integration by parts, and certainly, you might say, I don't know what that means. Give it a try. All right, they're telling you integration by parts, by the way. Number five is a summation from 0 to 1947. Boy, there's a lot of number of terms over here, but I bet this thing works out nicely, by the way. Nice number at the end of it. Again, the strategy here to provide a video to you and also me putting down my work. All right. Number two, same thing, video and work. Oh, by the way, we sometimes give you visual aids to the solutions. Those visual aids may or may not help you understand that these answers are correct, by the way. Let's take a look. Again, strategy. This one over here I did find difficult. I had a tough time working on it. I had to work it several times, by the way. And then, again, a video over here. I'm not showing you my false starts, by the way, but I do make false starts in a lot of problems, all right? But I go through it, and I write down what my final work would look like. And again, it's typed up for you, all right? So number four, it was integration by parts problem. I go through that as well. I tell you what the parts is, and I go through it, all right? Again, I find these somewhat tedious to type up sometimes because there's a lot of detail to the problem, all right? But anyway, I get through it. I also give you a visual of that area and why it turned out to be 0, all right? So number five is an evaluation by a sum. Again, video and a summation over here. And again, I go through it, typed up and the video, and hopefully you can make sense out of that. But again, like I say, the deal about this over here is that, I would look at this thing and maybe you get stuck on it. I don't know, maybe you look at the first few lines and say, you know what, I'm willing to retry it now. And then you go back and think about it again. But your goal is at some point is to, maybe not read all my lines over here, but to see if you can agree with what the solution is over here, all right? I also use Sage to do the sum, and I also use Sage to see if what I say is an answer is equivalent to what I got by paper and pencil, all right? Now, sometimes when Sage does work, by the way, particularly a problem like this over here, you might be surprised by what S1 looks like. It may look nothing like this guy over here. And that's why I'm using this Boolean to see if it's true, by the way. And that's about it. Thank you.